Hi, I'm Arden Kaywin, and today I want to help you with a tip to help you change smoothly from chest voice to head voice and back. I know this is something that a lot of singers struggle with and creates a lot of fear in singers. It's why the term the break exists, because for a lot of you, it literally feels like a hole or a chasm between the two registers. I personally do not like the term the break to describe the shift in registers from chest voice to head voice and back. It to me implies an interruption. And that's exactly why it feels like a break to you, because for most of you, your support is being interrupted as you change registers. And that is the culprit of why it feels so weird and insecure and totally inconsistent to you, because so is your support. The Italians and classical singers use the term passaggio to describe the transition in registers from chest to head and back. I much prefer this term because literally the word translates to passage. It implies a moving through rather than the word break, which implies an interruption. As you're moving through from chest to head, we're also moving through in our support. We are not changing our support. And so many of you change your support as you approach head voice from chest voice. You literally drop your support at the point where your voice needs it the most because you are at the top of your chest voice before you go to head voice. And something we need to remember is that either register we're in, head voice or chest voice, when we are at the top of our register, we need the most support. So if you're rising in pitch to the top of chest voice before you enter head voice and you are stepping away from your support, no wonder the transition is wonky. So the most important thing to remember is to support the top of your chest voice the same way you would support the top of your head voice. Most of you know that to get up to those high notes, you need a lot of support, and you do that intuitively because it won't come out otherwise. But when you approach the top of chest voice, you forget to employ the same tools. So a lot of times what happens is the support is waxing and waning through these transitions, and that's where we get the insecurity, the inconsistency, and the lack of smooth transition. So let's explore the sensation of increasing support as you rise in pitch without stopping that continual sensation on a siren. Just a yaw from bottom of voice to top of voice. And as you do it, as you approach the top of chest voice, continue to lean and increase the sensation of flex in the lower support. Again, it's gentle. It is not a slamming into those muscles. Check out my video on Passagio for a more in-depth discussion and tools on how to find that correct support of Passagio. So for these purposes, assuming you already understand that, don't interrupt that sensation of increase and lean as you approach the point of transition from chest voice to head voice, or on the way back down from head voice back to chest voice. On a siren, let's experiment and see how that feels. Get really present to what you're doing in your body. Put your hands on your lower abdominals and flex gently and slowly into your hands as you increase your pitch. And don't stop as the transition occurs. Ya. I can get from chest to head and back seamlessly because I'm not changing my support. I'm increasing it as I approach the top of chest voice into head voice, and then I'm staying in that increase all the way until I come back down. Once you feel like you've got a really good handle on being able to yaw up and down from chest voice to head voice and back without any tickly wonky sensations of break or inconsistency, then bring it into a simple 5-note scale. Pick a vowel that feels good to you. I'll do it on me. And when you put the vowels in and start to articulate the pitches of the scale, don't change that consistent and continuous flex of your support like you felt in the siren. So try the scale. Me. Once you feel like you can do the scale consistently and seamlessly, then try an exercise that has larger jumps in pitch over a broader span of interval. So, me. I'm starting in chest voice, seamlessly moving to head voice because I'm not changing my support. And on the way down can be an even trickier part because sometimes what happens is as you approach the transition back to chest, the body thinks, oh, it's not so high anymore, so I can just relax, and then you drop your support entirely, and then you get that big old chasm break feeling as you approach back down. So as you do these larger intervals, be really, really present to just staying in that gentle and consistent support the whole time and not changing it as you go. Then you can put it into practice in a song. And again, don't change your support. I'll do a little Defying Gravity. That piece has a lot of switches from head to chest, which a lot of singers find really, really, really scary. So scary that some of them don't even switch and they take their chest voice and ram it up to that D flat. If you can do that without strain, more power to you. For the rest of us, it is much more comfortable to find a very siren-y head voice up there. So it would sound like this. Tell them how I'm defying gravity. So I start in chest on the A flat, tell, and as I sing through the tell, I am gently increasing the flex in my support so that it is there and ready for me by the time I get to the D flat. Tell them how I'm defying gravity. And that support does not change. I can't reiterate it enough for you because so many of you change your support when you're changing registers, and that in of itself is what gives you the discomfort and the insecurity that you seek to change. So I hope this has been helpful. There are a lot of other tools for this seamless transition from head to chest. This is just one, but I think it is the most foundational and the most important because without the proper support, none of the other tools are really relevant yet. I'll approach those in later videos. So for now, get your consistent support and then we'll talk about shape and resonance as we transition from head to chest. If you found this video helpful, go check out my website on my blog. There are a ton of other articles on technique, tips, singing tools, motivational things for singers. And while you're there, be sure to sign up for email updates to become a member of my virtual voice studio. You'll get instant access to a powerful video training called Be a More Consistent Singer. And you'll get first dibs on singing workshops and masterclasses, as well as access to studio member-only tips, tools, and insights I don't share anywhere else. And forward this video on to a singer you know who you think could benefit from this wisdom. It is my mission to create a compassionate rather than competitive community of singers, all there helping each other to reach their potential. I'm Arden Kaywin.